We've all experienced temptation at some point, and it's no fun.
From the beginning of the Bible to the end, it's always there.
What can we learn from Jesus about beating temptation?
That and more in today's episode of Jackson Cloud.
Today we are playing Camel Cup or Camel Up. I'm not really sure which way you're supposed to pronounce it, but it's definitely a joke upon itself because the camels do get up on top of each other, messing up the race, and it is a cup in the sense that they are racing. So, whatever it's called, we're going to go ahead and play it now. Basically, we are hoping that our camel comes in first place, but the math is very confusing to figure out statistically if your camel will be in first place. For an example, if I rolled 3 on this yellow one, he's in first place. If I rolled 3 on the white one, yellow one's now in second place. Let's say that on the next round, yellow one gets a 3. If he got the 3 before the white one, the yellow one's still in second place and the white one just surfed along, and then maybe he rolls and goes even further. Anyways, you're doing your best. There's 3 options on every turn. One, you can place a piece that will make people move backward or forward, and if they land on it, you get a coin. Or you can roll a dice, causing that color camel to move whatever you rolled. Or you can bet, I think at the end of this round, green's going to be in first. The sooner you take the card to bet on green, the more points you get if you're correct at the end. You only get points if it's in first or second. If it's beyond that, you're going to lose points. Anyways, if that all sounds confusing, you'll make sense as we go. So I will start us off. Starting us off, I'm gonna roll because I have no idea what to guess on here. So blue goes first. 1, 2, 3. Blue is in the lead. Oh, also I rolled, so I get 1 coin for rolling. Olivia is going to roll, so she now gets a coin for rolling.
Am I supposed to?
It's only the first one.
Okay, so these gotta go back in.
Yep.
Cool.
So the orange one went to 1.
Alright, I think I'm going to roll.
3 on the white. 1, 2, 3. It is now my turn. I'm going to bet that no one else will get a 3 and maybe I'll stay in first. Olivia's going to roll. Dang it, Olivia. You threw off my
queen.
You threw off my groove.
I think since green's now on top, I'm going to...
And I'm going to hope for 3 coins that he also stays on top. She's hoping.
Oh,
all right. If he doesn't roll a 3, you lose a coin. It's a 1 in 3 chance. You just don't know. It could happen.
I think I understand how this works.
Yeah. At the end of all of them going, we pause.
I've got like a 1 in 3rd chance here. So we're just gonna go for the big bucks.
Just going for it. All right, Casey.
I'm at least going to get a point no matter what if I do this.
That is true. That was wise. And I could maybe get a point if he comes in second. She's going to roll.
Just going to roll.
No! All right. So pull up your...
My guy came in first, so I get to 5.
It's true. And that is 1 leg of Camel Up / Camel Cup. All right, we are now on leg 2. Everything is returned. Okay, I went first last time. It's Olivia's turn to go first now.
Cool.
Orange get 2. Orange get 2.
3.
Ooh.
So white is going to move 1, 2, 3 and take everyone along with him. Casey's turn. 3.
Oh, separating
1, 2,
it.
3. Yeah. Yellow's got quite the distance. I'm going to put this card right here So if anyone lands on it, moves them forward, and I get a coin if you land on it. All right. That was my turn.
I'm going to be gutsy, and I'm going to take this green one.
Ooh, that's all right. You have like a 1.5 chance of that working out. All right, your turn.
I think I'm going to get rid of one of them.
Blue moves one. I'm going to bet on yellow since I think he'll be second either way.
Ooh.
Whoa!
If blue could still move, it would make a difference.
All right. So no matter what, green is in second. It's whether or not he's in first or not. So
Correct.
I am getting green.
So then I'm just going to go in. Fine. All right, fine.
Well, yellow's also either first or second also.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and grab the yellow, actually.
And then Casey's going to too, which means I'm going to roll.
I want green to be high.
It happened.
Yay!
Yeah! All right.
We are now into the third leg,
This is a fun
and
game.
Casey is first.
All right.
Many thanks to Matt Schott, our Discord admin up on the Discord channel, who bought me this game as a Christmas present long ago. One.
Ooh.
Changing it up. I'm gonna bet on green.
Wow.
All right, your turn.
Okay. This is a winning side and losing side, right?
Yes. Wow, getting way ahead of the game here.
That's at least 2 rounds
If
away.
you're wrong, you lose a point.
Oh. You're going as orange as losing, huh?
You may
I didn't
regret
tell you
that.
what I'm putting there.
I know. I'm just
All right,
predicting.
Casey's turn.
All right. I'm going to shoot for the fences.
Aim for the mattresses. I'm going to get green. Wait, what am I doing?
I'm going to roll.
Don't.
White at least 2. White at least 2.
Yellow, get yellow. Move me out of here. Blue came out first. I think.
No, green was first.
Green came out first.
No, I don't like that. Oh. Just messes up everything. All right, Casey's turn.
Shooting for the fences.
Me too.
Dang it. I wanted that one. I'm going to roll again, actually.
Come on, white at least 2. White at least 2.
Yellow,
Oh.
2.
All right. Yellow for sure is going to win now. So, white's going to fail. That's so sad.
Coming up next, a lesson on why we don't gamble in the church.
So 1, 2 moves up 1.
I get a coin for landing directly on
Now,
me.
do you get a
No,
coin for both
just
of them?
one.
No, just one.
Okay.
I mean, yes.
Well, I get 3 coins for rolling.
Yes, let's cash
I
in.
didn't bet at all.
Round 4, I start. I'm moving my island.
Wait, you can pick it up after you placed it?
Yep.
I didn't know that.
The more you know.
Two.
Next up, Casey.
I'm going to do yellow. Yellow 5.
Betting on blue. White. Yeah!
That's-
1, 2,
3. And then back 1.
back 1. And I take a coin for
What?
landing on it.
I'm going to take green.
All in on blue. Why not?
I love how orange is just in the dust.
That's the story of how orange somehow won.
Orange came out first.
2.
Yeah.
And I get 1 coin.
So yellow's going to lose, but green is at least second. Got it. All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and grab the green there.
Yellow won't lose. Yellow could be in first still.
I mean, it's true.
It's a 1 in 3 chance yellow's still in the lead.
Casey, it's you.
Hedging my bets.
Gutsy there, Jamin.
What do you mean? Yellow could be.
1/3 chance of it winning.
Dang
And it
it.
is not.
All right. 1, 2, 3, and put in your bets. What is probably the final round is ready to go. Olivia is first.
Oh, hasn't lose one. All right.
Oh, it's not my turn. Right.
So, that's a good call. Thanks for that.
Yeah, I was afraid that would cue you in. You can bet as many as you want on each one, just heads up. Your turn.
Yeah.
Two. 1, 2.
Mmm.
You get 1 coin.
That was not what I wanted to see.
Casey's turn.
All right.
Yeah. You know what? That's fair. At this point, it's not worth betting over there anymore because there's not enough points involved. So, I'm gonna roll.
Yep.
Oh.
Well, that confuses everything.
Yep.
Casey's turn.
Oh boy.
I'm still shooting for the moon.
Olivia's turn.
Are you trying to get more points on this, Luke?
I just have an idea.
Wait, no, you can't.
I've bet.
I
other
see what
cards.
you're trying.
Your turn.
He's trying to do white, so if orange rolls a 3, white becomes the biggest loser. 2. Shooting for the moon.
Is yellow gone yet?
No.
Yellow is not gone.
Yellow and white have not gone.
All right.
So that's what I was thinking on doing. Since you did.
But unless white could go, if white moves on top of yellow,
2.
which it does.
Dang it! Messes everything up. All right, Casey's turn.
Ah!
So I'm going to take this one.
This
Me
is kind
too.
of hilarious.
All right.
You guys are being a little bit gutsy because you have to realize what might happen.
We
right
don't
here.
know anything. It's all up for grabs at this
Well, no, if it rolls a 3, it's back on top, so white's on top.
There's 2 left. Yellow and...
No, just yellow is left.
2.
Oh, white's on top.
Okay, this is confusing. The final round, I would think.
All right, is it my turn?
Yep.
All right.
Did you really just do that?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just going to end the game before anybody. Wait a minute.
That's a chance to end the game, very much so. There you go.
So I'm going to go ahead and grab that.
Well, fine. I guess I'll continue the
I
trend.
guess I'm going to roll.
Let's see who wins.
Oh!
Hey, bonus coin! All right, woo!
I was so hoping that was going to be the one that came
All
out.
right.
All right. Well,
End it.
yellow has to come in second, so I'm going to grab this for the extra point.
Oh, yeah.
No,
Well, this is
because
worth a
that's
point.
worth the same amount of points, so I might as well end it before you get any extra points.
Correct.
Yeah, okay.
Haha.
And yellow or white wins. All right, let's quickly look at
All
who
right.
voted for
So
white.
I get 3.
Green, green, blue, white. Okay, orange, let's say, orange plus 5, white, and 4. So everyone in game 3. Finally, back up your questions.
45.
22.
39.
Olivia
Wins it.
needs to go to church to learn that gambling is wrong. open your Bibles, if you will, to Matthew 4, 1 through 11. We'll be reading out the ESV. You can read in what you like, or you can just listen. Sorry.
Really trying to go Southern gentleman on us here?
I just had this, I don't know.
Then Jesus was led up by the Spirit into the wilderness to be tempted by the devil. And after fasting 40 days and 40 nights, he was hungry. And the tempter came and said to him, "If you are the Son of God, command these stones to become loaves of bread." But he answered, "It is written, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that comes from the mouth of God." Then the devil took him to the holy city and set him on the pinnacle of the temple and said to him, "If you are the Son of God, throw yourself down, for it is written, he will command his angels concerning you, and on their hands they will bear you up, lest you strike your foot against a stone." Jesus said to him, "Again, it is written, you shall not put the Lord your God to the test." Again, the devil took him to a very high mountain and showed him all the kingdoms of the world and their glory. And he said to him, "All these I will give you, if you will fall down and worship me." Then Jesus said to him, "Begone, Satan, for it is written, you shall worship the Lord your God, and him only shall you serve." Then the devil left him, and behold, angels came and were ministering to him.
Excellent. So I think there's a lot of things we could learn from this. What pops out to you guys as we go through it?
So,
Even Jesus faced temptation.
see, I was going to go a different route and say, was it unleavened bread or leavened bread in which he was supposed to turn the stones into?
I'm unsure that it makes a difference.
I don't think it actually does, but it's an interesting idea to think about.
Okay, well, what else could we learn
Yes,
from
we could
this?
debate that today. Sure.
Well, no, I mean, the temptation part's there. Your foot shall strike or shall not strike a stone, with the angels holding him up. Like, I feel like that is an interesting idea of like, so I'm trying to do this visually and think of two angels holding Jesus floating across the, so think about like Jesus hovering with angels holding him up, but he's just floating.
Well, that's part of the temptation, right?
Right.
Jesus, you got superpowers. Why don't you try them out?
I mean, that's just the visual idea in my head of him floating, not hitting a rock.
I think actually that verse is a quote from Psalm 91, if I remember right. Let's check. He will command his angels concerning you to guard you in all your ways. On their hands they will bear you up, lest you strike your foot against a stone. It's interesting because Psalm 91 is actually very much about demons and how they won't hurt you. And yet, here Satan quotes a verse about demons, like a passage about demons, like, hey, we can't hurt you. Why don't you jump off this building right here, show everyone how great you are, and just bring people together to see just how great you can really be, and that's, I think that's the biggest part of the temptation is when you look at these, it's partially, they're growing temptations to get the kingdom of heaven here in a way that doesn't require suffering, right?
Satan's trying to get him to take the easy way out.
Yeah. Hey, you want to get attention, hop off this building. When everyone sees you hovering around, they're going to be like, okay, this guy's important. Pharisees aren't even going to fight with you at that point. Clearly this guy is a bigger deal than we thought. So why don't you take the easy way? And then what's the next temptation? It's like, technically, Satan's like, look, I'm actually in charge of the whole world. I'm like the little g God of this world is what Paul will call him later. If you want control over everything, if that's what you're here to do, Son of God, I can give that to you. You just got to worship me, and I'll put you in charge, To which Jesus is like, no. Like, first off, kind of, yeah, it's actually a tough temptation when like you could find another way to gain the world, or you could die on a cross. Like, that's a tough temptation. But at the same time, it's very obvious. If I worship you, you're still kind of in charge, and you'll just use me for your bidding, things like that. So,
Yep.
But I think, personally, this temptation goes throughout the whole Bible. I think it's framed at the beginning so that we're supposed to be remembering as the cross approaches, Jesus feels this heavy weight of, there are other ways I could do this. I think you see that when you look at Peter. Jesus finally prophesies, I'm going to die. And Peter comes up and he says, no, you're not. I refuse to let that happen. And the Bible says Jesus rebukes Peter in that moment. Sorry, Peter rebuked Jesus, and Jesus rebukes Peter back. And what does Jesus say? Does anyone remember?
Get behind me, Satan.
Get behind me, Satan. Why? It's the same temptation. Jesus is like, I'm going to die. And he knows this is how we gain the world. And Peter's like, no, you're not. And Jesus identifies him like, this is Satan thinking. First off, when you rebuke, usually in the Old Testament, in the New Testament, whenever there's rebuking in the Gospels, it's often about demons. So you see, A, I'm rebuking your demonic thinking. B, I'm rebuking Satan because his ideology is coming out of you right now. And C, I'm rebuking this temptation that is already on the table. It's still there, even though I passed the test. And it's coming right out of my own friends right now, saying that this is still a way I can do. And then at the end, right before, he's in the Garden of Gethsemane, he's facing the cross right ahead of him, and he says, God, if there's any way to take this cup from me, can we do it? But not my will, but your will be done. So from the beginning, Jesus has this temptation put on him in the wilderness. A lot of times we think his life was pretty easy. No wonder he lived perfect. That was his temptation. It's no, this follows him all the way to the end, to the point he's in the garden. And that's intentional, by the way. The Synoptic Gospels call it the Garden of Gethsemane. John just Jesus was in the garden. He's trying to get you to think of the Garden of Eden.
Right.
In the Garden of Eden, we had this choice. We could follow God or we could follow Satan. In Jesus' life, he had a choice. He could follow God or he could follow Satan. So you're supposed to have the Garden of Eden on your mind throughout this whole thing. Is what is the choice going to be? Just to go back to the tree again? Because that's what everyone who has faced this life has ever done. Time and time again, always back to the tree. But Jesus, all the way to the end, is not my will but yours, even though the temptation is there, and he's got to call Satan out to get behind him. Hebrews will tell us that Jesus never sinned. He was perfect. He did what humanity couldn't. Yep. We were always waiting for a human to come and fix this, because after the snake messed everything up, God prophesied over Eve. You'll have a descendant that will crush the snake, the head of the snake, though he'll strike your heel. And so throughout the whole Bible, you keep seeing humans where you're maybe this is the one. They live pretty good life. Nope, maybe this is the one. Maybe this is the one. Maybe this is the one. And time again, it phrases it nope, they went to the tree. Nope, they went to the tree. Nope, they went to the tree. Abraham and Sarah, it intentionally turns you back to the tree because Eve took from the tree what she thought was good. Sarah, when she throws her servant at Abraham to have a child through a slave, it says that Sarah did what she thought was good. It's supposed to be, that was her tree moment. Solomon actually, for a moment, gets it right because God says, I'll give you one thing. And Solomon's wisdom from you, which is what was always on the table. You could have wisdom from the tree of knowledge of good and evil, or you could wait until God gives you wisdom his way. He does it right, so we're this is it. Someone finally got it. And then by the end of Solomon's life, you're nope, that dude missed the boat 100 times. David, maybe he's the one. Nope. And then Jesus shows up, faces temptation, is fully human, though he is fully God. And he finally beats sin, crushes the snake, even though the snake bites his heel. That's the cross. And
so it wasn't the killers?
No. That was a different thing.
Okay. Because biting the heel.
Yeah, we got it, Casey.
I don't know. Just making sure.
But, this should speak volumes to us as to when we face our own temptation. I know we're not Jesus. We're not perfect. We've all sinned and fall short of the glory of God. Only Jesus didn't do that.
But we have the choice to make the right decision.
Yeah, and the Spirit to empower us to make the right decision. Because that's why he's even in the wilderness in the first place. It's people are always like, oh, this beautiful moment where the Spirit of God comes out of heaven like a dove and lands on Jesus. You know what the Spirit does? The next verse is, and the Spirit of God chased Jesus out into the wilderness to be tempted by Satan for 40 days and 40 nights. Like, come Holy Spirit, like but he empowers him to beat it too, to survive it. And we have that.
Go this way.
Yeah.
That's going to be a little rough, but here, I'll help you.
Well, we have the same Holy Spirit inside of us, so like we have the potential to overcome temptation when it comes our way. And I know we all have our own temptation. Last time that I preached at church using this passage, I talked about the temptation of pornography for lots of people. And that is one of our highest just stumbled across podcast episodes online, because there's a lot of people out there who are like Googling, how do I beat this? How do I overcome this? Everybody's got all different kinds of temptations. That one is very clearly statistically a huge one, even in the church. But Jesus shows us there is an answer. It wasn't easy for him. Just because he was God in flesh does not mean that the temptation wasn't temptation. If it wasn't temptation, it would have been called something else. I don't know, like birthday cake or something. It might as well be something easy, because it's not temptation. And then Satan came and was like, here's a birthday cake.
I don't think you would have turned that down.
I'm making Casey analogies.
I mean,
that never make any sense. Even
no,
though
I understand
it. Might be there at first.
I totally understand it. I get it.
But yeah, Jesus faced temptation just like all of us, and he did overcome it, and he shows us that we can too.
You just proved a very good point that language is arbitrary. So it was good. I liked that.
Jesus overcame temptation, and so can you. And so can we.
And that's a good word.
Avoid birthday cake.
That one, not so much. So you've probably overcome temptation in your own life in some way, and I bet your story would help someone else overcome it too.
Join us on the Discord so you can share that story.
And be sure to like, comment, subscribe down below, but also go to jacksoncloud.com and help us with everything we do here.